Yeah, my work and the work that we do at the Australian National University is aimed at building crops for an uncertain future. So this includes work to adapt wheat to future climates, as well as to changing inputs. And my talk covered these broad topics, drawing on some of the lessons from the history of wheat breeding here in Australia, as well as in Cambridge. IWC 2024 has brought together an amazing array of participants from around the world, and I think that's really the big takeaway, is that wheat is a global crop, it's a globally traded commodity, and we have a global community of people working on wheat, working on the challenges that we face now and the challenges we're going to face in the future. So I think that ability to draw together a global community working on wheat, this really important food security crop, this really important traded commodity, is really special, and is what I take away from IWC 2024. Wheat matters, people work on wheat, people care about wheat, and we need to do more in future. In my talk at IWC 2024, I talked about the global cereal nitrogen challenge, and I think it's one of the major challenges that faces the industry around the world. And our current reality is that synthetic nitrogen fertilizers feed people. We need them to produce the food that we rely on, but we also know that a huge amount of that nitrogen is lost to the environment. Recent simulations have shown us that even if we apply all of the best technologies that we have available now, it won't be enough to mitigate the losses that we see and the losses that we know drive some of the greenhouse gas effects from cereal production. So we need new options, and I think that's one of the biggest challenges. We need to apply what we have today. We need to really make sure that all works in our agricultural systems, but we need new options. And the work that we're doing at the Australian National University is looking at things like biologicals. What's the place for these new technologies in the farming system to help us really address this gap that we have, that we know our current technologies won't be enough to address cereal nitrogen demand and the feeding of world population that's needed. So I think my key message is that these challenges are huge. We have some tools available, but we need more. We can't stop. And I think that's also a really important message for our early career scientists. There are huge opportunities, there are huge challenges, and it's really about turning those challenges into opportunities, looking at what the research is that we can do to make sure we're addressing some of these challenges, turning them into opportunities to learn more, to develop new solutions, and to deliver real-world impact. This morning at the IWC 2024, we had a fantastic Women in Leadership breakfast, and it was an event that we organised to really bring together and network women, particularly working in the agricultural space, working in the wheat community. And when we advertised the event, it sold out in about an hour, which I think really highlights the demand in the community for greater inclusion, for really looking at questions like authentic leadership, gender empowerment, how we make the community more open and inclusive. And I think in that breakfast we discussed many important topics, and it's really great to be able to bring together a group of women working with a common purpose and to provide networking opportunities and support for a more inclusive community in the future.